Hi, everybody. I just wanted to share with you a great resource for open course materials, free to use, that I find specifically helpful for the English discipline, English and teaching composition in particular. Searching through these OER resources, these Creative Commons resources, I found that a lot of the repositories that are available aren't specifically useful or have maybe a dearth of material for the English discipline, for teaching English or composition or literature, things of that sort. So I wanted to share this one that I found more helpful than others. I'm going to share my screen here. So what we have here is Lumen Learning. You can find Lumen Learning by going to just lumenlearning.com. And what you'll see is here you'll see a couple of options. It says Waymaker combines enriched OER with personalized learning tools. And these are the kinds of courses you're going to be finding that are relevant to our to the English department or to the English discipline, teaching composition and literature. OHM over here, it's a lot more mathematics, as you can see, from arithmetic to calculus. But instead of exploring Waymaker down here, I would suggest you can just download a course list, but go ahead and search Lumen's course catalog. Now you can just see it's showing all the courses here, and you can already see American literature, right? You can see some other courses down here that might be useful for an English teacher who's looking for OER resources. But you know, they're a little bit harder to find. So go up here to the top. Unlike some other repositories, which I find did not have a lot of like specific categories set aside for English, or it would be, you know, under humanities, it would be the closest thing, and it wouldn't have anything as far as English. Here we have English and communications, and it's going to filter it by that. And you can see entire courses that are set out. That's what's great about this website, is it is not just a textbook or some teaching material. It is an entire course laid out for you that has OER resources, OER materials, but it also has course, basically lesson plans and everything else. I'll show you here in just a minute. But we have literature courses. We have English composition 1 and 2. This would be useful to me. Guide to writing. So I think that you'd be able to mix and match some of these things. Here we have integrated reading and writing, which is more about foundational concepts and skills. This may be useful for an accelerated pedagogy program to get some of the basic skills scaffolding in there. Or this one over here, the guide to writing, is going to have some stuff on grammar and mechanics that's always going to be useful. But when I'm looking for something as far as argumentation and writing theory, essay structure, research skills, things like that, I'm going to look over here in English composition 2. Now it tells you some information about this course, but I would just specifically go to view course content and outcomes. And you see here course contents, faculty resources. So they have modules set up, and you don't have to follow this course exactly, because as OER, it should be free to mix and match, as I understand it. So what would be especially useful to me, rather than starting out with writing a summary in a more advanced class, is I'm looking for things like over here under rhetorical analysis, where it has material on a Rogerian argument or the Toulmin model, right? These are very useful for teaching more advanced critical thinking and composition skills. We also have things like where it's going to be talking about formulating research questions. This is going to be useful in English 101 and English 103, that any composition course that has a research component. Up here, it's talking about putting together a research proposal, right? And it's talking about putting together thesis statements, and it's got stuff for you know, when you're talking about conceptual like visual arguments, You've got materials over here. I would say, it's got material for citing sources. I would say you'd probably mix and match more than one material from more than one of these assignments over here in Lumen Learning. But from what I've seen, this material over here in Lumen and the course catalog here under English, it's a lot more useful specifically to the English discipline than some other repositories that may be focused more on science and mathematics, sociology, history, things like that. So I would definitely recommend this to English teachers and composition teachers, literature teachers over some others. So go ahead and check it out, Lumen Learning.